What's up, you fantastic weirdos, and welcome to the Weirdoverse. I'm your host, JD Ross, and you are tuned into Weirdwide, your favorite digital cult. I am super excited. We got another Unhinged for you today, so let me bring him on. You know him, you love him, always with me on the Unhinged Movies episodes. Please welcome the Ghost.
Yakety yak, don't
talk back.
Yakety yak, don't talk back. I fucking love it. Thanks for having me, man. Always
dude, thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming back.
Doing the Unhinged.
Oh, dude, the
Especially
Unhinged
when you
movies.
Find the Unhinged.
Oh, dude, and we always seem to find the Unhinged. It's just a couple of weirdo cinephiles, and we're here to talk about. We're just here to talk about an Unhinged movie. Before we get into that, though, I do feel the need to do a little bit of a shout out.
Okay.
So Ghost and I were talking about this off screen. I wanted to give a shout out to a listener named Terry. Terry is a friend of the Ghost. We found out who listens to the show, tunes in. So love that guy. But what's funny is this is the same guy that at one point, I don't know if you remember from a previous episode, I think it was also an Unhinged, where we mentioned this, where some guy said, Ghost, I saw you on some podcast with some fat guy. So this is the same guy. This is Terry. So Terry's been tuned in for a while. So we love Terry, but like it was also brought to my attention by the Ghost that Terry is under the impression that the name of the show is Weirdwide.
Oh.
So
when he said Weirdwide, I lost my mind. I let him have it. I'm like,
yeah. You know what?
I guess you just call it Weirdwide.
I guess so. You know what? So T, thank you for tuning in to Weirdwide. All right, so Ghost, let's let everybody know we're taking them back to the 80s today. What do we got on the menu for him today?
We're going back with one of the greatest actors of all time, which, by the way,
one of our favorite for sure.
Of one of our favorites. He's so good that he's bad, in my opinion. I think
it's so bad that he's good, actually.
Turn that around. That's the way it is.
Flip
Foreign moment. Flip it.
You know what? How ironic.
Here's how ironic, right?
How
Here's
ironic.
the thing. Our wives do not
Can't
like this man.
No, they don't feel the same. They don't feel the same love.
Our wives do not have the same love as we do for the gentleman in this movie. My wife likes the shorter one more than the bigger one.
I think the world likes the shorter one.
Yes, but we are talking about the gem and the underrated gem. Can I say that? You
can say underrated. I guess so. As far as like being appreciated, I would say
it is. It's an Ivan Reitman directed film. Twins. We can't wait to talk about this, man.
Hell yeah.
I love this movie.
Oh my God, this movie is great. Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's just, I don't know. It almost feels like I feel like there's certain like personalities in the entertainment industry that just kind of speak to me in certain ways.
Yes.
Mel Brooks feels Mel feels like a distant uncle.
The good
Arnold
Mel.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, the good Mel. And Arnold Schwarzenegger also, he kind of feels like he's just been in so many movies that I've enjoyed over the years that he seems just like kind of like a fun uncle to me.
It's his charisma, dude. His charisma is out of this world.
Like, dude, if you were to dump all your stats into charisma and strength, you get Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You do. He is the bard.
So this particular outing, this had to be fun to pitch. Like, this is one of those movies. I feel like you don't see this kind of movie anymore.
You don't.
Twins. Okay, so the basic gist of the whole thing is we've got two twins. They were separated at birth. Turns out they never met. Arnold Schwarzenegger raised on this island to be like, cared for, loved, and all that, because it was all part of a genetic experiment to create the perfect human being. Which I love how it was it was clearly
Arnold is the perfect human.
I mean, it's also clearly a military operation.
It's something secret.
Absolutely. Secret that's some shit. Like, they're wanting to create an army of Arnold Schwarzeneggers.
I am telling you.
Specifically from twins Arnold Schwarzeneggers.
Literally. And I what's even crazier we'll get to this part, but the person that they found, the dad, one of the dads that looked just like Arnold, it always creeped me out.
It was creepy. It was creepy.
Because Arnold is your dad? Is this really your dad?
Like, it looks like it. And then he's literally no accent whatsoever, but still.
None. Right.
But we also, so that's the whole thing is they were basically 6 dudes were chosen to contribute to the creation of Arnold, the one that he met being one of them. And Heather Graham actually was the played the mother in like a very early role of hers.
She's fantastic in this role. Very subtle,
very quick.
But the best role in this movie goes to Danny DeVito.
It has to. Danny seals the show. Danny, I looked up one time.
What a gem.
Oh my God. I love this guy. I looked up one time, like I Googled, like I think we were drunk at one point. And this is way back in the day.
We?
I know, right? Like back in the day, when weren't we? But so we looked up, is Danny DeVito a nice person? And then we found like this website that basically like rates interactions people have had over the years with different celebrities. And Danny DeVito came up as like one of the nicest people ever.
I believe it.
So it's amazing that he has made a career playing scumbag motherfuckers.
Dude, and is he a scumbag in this? I'm the leftovers. Yeah, you're the leftovers.
I'm the leftovers because that's the whole thing is they're twins, but Danny DeVito is the recessive, negative, stinky, bad, fat genes that didn't go into Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Literally, all the bad shit, cut out all the fat, cut out
all the shit that would have evened him out.
All the fucking of the nuns, cut all that out.
Yeah,
and then just give it to Arnold. Give the good shit to Arnold.
That's what happened.
Shit to Danny. But yeah, that's basically what the movie premise is. It is these two twins that look nothing alike, but have these mannerisms kind of that are similar.
That's the thing is they keep doing the mannerisms. Like they go to the bathroom and they wash their hands and shake the same way. They got like this weird
scratch their ass at the same time.
Link going on.
Literally, they do. And that was implied. That was
definitely implied. Like, remember, near the end, he's like, Vince is in trouble. He's in trouble. I understand. I just know he's in trouble.
My brother.
He's my brother. He's my twin brother. I love him.
Oh my God. That's what makes this shit so unhinged. Is the fact of what this is. 6 dude came in a bucket. They took all the good shit from that sperm, gave it to the bad shit to the little guy.
They call it the milkshake maker.
The milkshake maker, and literally, and that's your movie. And it's this guy finding out that the super smart, buff, handsome, I guess. He's supposed to be overall.
Yeah.
I will give you this before we get into the film. The chick that Arnold's fucking.
Oh, dude, that's Kelly Preston.
So hot.
Kelly Preston. Rest in peace. Kelly Preston died.
Oh, rest in peace, man.
Yeah, that was Travolta's wife.
Travolta was fucking.
That was John Travolta's wife.
Good job, John.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Kelly
rest
Preston.
Rest in peace, though. I didn't know that.
Kelly Preston was gorgeous back in the day.
She was, man.
She was especially hot in this. I got to say, I will definitely. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
And she also plays the sensible sister because her sister Chloe Webb is the one who's dating. What's his name? Vincent.
Vincent Benedict.
Vincent Benedict. Dude, oh my God, I've seen this movie so many times. I've seen this. I remember this as a kid. This is insane.
So good.
So good. Danny DeVito playing the scumbag character that he is manages to make like entirely too much happen. Like it's actually amazing. Like this would not all happen this way. Like it's so fantastical. So he's in with loan sharks, whole thing. And he's stealing cars, trying to he's just a general
parking
scumbag.
Tickets.
He's banging dudes' wives. He's just writing bad checks. He's got over 200 parking tickets. He's just a terrible guy. So he's boosting cars. Now, of course, the two meet. They go through the whole thing, the awkward getting to know each other thing. I love how the cat was named Julius.
The cat was named Julius, which I've always thought was that was fantastic.
Which was Arnold's character's name, Julius.
Correct. They didn't even know Julius, literally.
Julius Benedict.
It's how they meet is great. He bails him out of jail, and he's like, you know what? If you go and talk to that guy over there, I will be anything you want. Your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, whatever you want me to be.
Anything.
And he bails anything, and he bails him out, and then fucks off and just leaves him. It's like,
he's like, literally, fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy. Like, who is this? This is one of the gangsters that's trying to beat me up, but he bailed me out. Fuck him.
And then he like psychically finds him later and bails him out of another situation. Like, and it's like, okay, this is 2 situations he's bailed him out of. So it's like, all right, fine, you can come home. It's like the dad that didn't want a dog that got a dog. Like, I don't like you. I don't like you. And then like, fine. Maybe you're okay.
Yes, you're cute.
That's how he treats Julius.
Yeah, it's he treats him like shit throughout the whole movie and finally at the end. But that's at the end. But what makes this movie unhinged is the fact that besides the milkshake of sperm that is happening, is the sub story that's happening underneath. Do you want to bring it up?
There's a couple.
Actually, a couple. Yes. But there's one particular one, and you know which one I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So, like, you got the love story going on with, Chloe Webb and Danny DeVito's characters. Yeah. You got them going. You got that going. Then Danny's got his own problems with all, the gangster guys. But Maury Chalkin was actually that gangster guy. The guy that was, remember the guy from Bartleby? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the same guy. Go check out our Bartleby episode.
Where's Benedict?
But because Vincent is such a fucking scumbag, he's stealing cars and shit. Well, he steals the wrong car. This is what I mean with too much happening. So
too much.
He happens
in a 2-day span, by the way.
In a 2-day span, so much going on. So steals another car. And this car happens to be a special car that was left there previously for a very special purpose. Corporate espionage.
Literally.
Which is fun.
It is. It's priceless. It's priceless. Of course, Vincent, the person that he is, drags fucking...
Everybody gets dragged into it.
Everybody gets, especially Arnold's character.
Especially Julius.
He helps him steal the car, but he's like, it's for children. It's for the children.
For the children. Because he's constantly feeding him lies. He's constantly...
all of it. Non-stop.
Just bullshit. Because Arnold's super naive. And so he's just... he's just like following along and like, Vincent's my brother. He loves me. He means well for me. What, are you in trouble, Vincent? It's very, it's honestly, it's a little bit like you were when you first came to America.
Very, very naive. Yeah. The pavement was his enemy. Very, very much that. Like, that's like, I didn't do anything. I'll call the cops for you. And he's like, nah, don't call any cops.
Yeah. Like, we're good.
That's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. Yeah. He's very naive. Very naive. I mean, that's the perfect word.
So you have this
holy shit.
Delightful buddy comedy going on.
Super buddy comedy.
All of a sudden it takes a turn. You got Webster. Webster gets involved.
Ooh.
And Webster is the most intense transporter you've ever seen. You remember the transporter with Statham?
I do.
Yeah, the one where it's basically like somebody's got to get something from point A to point B. In this case, someone's got to get something from California to Texas. Because, of course, we're going to Texas.
Of course.
And, of course, there's going to be an amazing Texas businessman. But we'll get to him.
Yes,
so Webster shows up and he's like, the car wasn't there because Vincent stole it. Mm-hmm. And they're like, bullshit, the car was there. And then finds out where it may have been, gets a lead, and then literally pulls like a gun out, goes full psychotic on these guys and just wastes them because in my 20 years of being in this business, none of my clients have ever seen my face. So he's like super psychotic, like just wastes these two guys.
Absolutely. But the moment Webster joins, it's this whole subplot of Vincent steals a car, just to give a breakdown, with a jet engine.
Some kind of like jet propulsion engine technology. Something with a jet. They never fully explain it, but it's something that would be worth a lot of money, and therefore
$5 million. Actually.
$5 million, and then therefore, actually, that's just the going price.
Right. I mean, but he's
$5 million. I mean, like that. So what's it worth to the guy buying it for $5 million?
Remember, guys, this is a story about a sperm milkshake of two guys that created look nothing alike.
That ended up, to recap, that created a perfect person and the most imperfect person you could imagine.
And now we're doing a transportation film of literally a transportation film of a jet product.
Smuggling, really, a smuggling. Like at this point,
basically.
Now they're involved in corporate espionage, which is hilarious, and it introduces probably my favorite character.
Which one?
Beetroot. This motherfucker. So Vince gets on the phone to set the whole deal up. And this fucking Texan, like, this is like the most unhinged shit ever. Like, all of a sudden, he's talking to a corrupt corporate Texan named Beetroot, and Beetroot's like, oh, well, don't try to renegotiate with whole Beetroot now. Like, full on, just like, let's not go down that road. It's hotter than two squirrels fucking in a wool sock. I'm just, like all these different Texas isms, like,
and that's
stereotypical Texan.
And that's another thing about this film is the lines are all fucking unhinged.
They're all
too.
blurred.
Like, I
started it's all blurred.
Yakety yak, don't look back.
Yeah, because you got Arnold Schwarzenegger on the fucking plane, just yakety yak. Don't talk about. What would you say to that? Well, if you were on a plane,
what do you even say to this 6'9"?
You're not gonna tell him about himself,
right? You're not gonna tell this muscly motherfucker to shut up.
Yeah, no. You're gonna sit there and take it. You're gonna deal with it. Like, imagine if like Brock Lesnar just sat next to you on an airplane and was just over here. Don't you give me the yeah. Don't talk back. Like, literally, what would you say? You'd sit there and take it.
I would take it up the tailpipe. Take it up the tailpipe.
You've been here before, haven't you, pal?
You've been here before, haven't you? Yeah, no, seriously. This movie is filled with unhinged lines, man. Like,
yeah. So then it becomes a fucking road trip.
Literally, and it turns into a road trip movie.
Oh, and not even to mention that now they're also looking for their fucking mother.
Yeah, in between all this, another subplot looking for mom.
What are we up to on subplots here? 6, 7?
The main story of the twins meeting and the coming story, yes. And then the subplot of the stealing the car of with the jet engine now. Now we're transporting this jet engine to get the $5 million. Oh, we're looking for mom too in between.
We're also looking for mom. We're being chased by loan sharks.
6.
Marnie lost her job.
7. It's just so much shit.
The love between fucking both of them. It's then there's dancing, because of course,
and in that scene, the random line of "Did you know that Egypt had beer?" I'm like,
I've never actually had the beer.
I never actually had the beer.
What is it? It's in all books and no actual living. Like, he's like sad Arnold moment. Like, you just want to give him a hug.
Literally, I bet you Arnold's like 9'5" down there on his schweener, man. And so he's like, here I am not being able to do shit with my schweener, man.
My schweener?
Schweener. No, it's just this movie is unhinged on so many levels. It's fantastic, by the way. Yeah. This film is great. I know we're talking shit a little bit, but it's an actual good movie. It is. It really is. It just has so much shit, man.
So much going on.
It ends with a beautiful thing. Like, it wraps up all beautifully. Like,
like, because that's the thing is like they everything works out for them. Like,
it does.
Like, you got so much going against this whole situation. Now you're on a road trip. You know, you meet up with this beetroot guy. The whole time, this fucking psycho is chasing you across the world. Did they even know about Webster? I don't think they knew about Webster until he showed up.
Honestly, now thinking about all of this shit, when
they didn't even know about that, the danger they were in.
I'm going, no. I'm actually thinking of when they were pitching this shit.
Yeah.
Got a story with the cum story, the main story.
The milkshake story.
The milkshake story.
The milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Literally. And they were like, okay, but what's going to happen to them? And they just threw in a bunch of shit. A jet engine that was stolen. He's a thief of a guy. It's like, that's how you can tell that they were building this story.
They were like, what else can we throw at this situation? What else can we throw?
Let them look for their mother while they're transporting this, but we got to make them separate. Make them separate.
Yeah. Make them separate. We got, we got to make them separate because they got to illustrate the power of brotherly love.
Yes.
It's very sweet. It's actually very sweet at its core. Because it's like the entire time. Literally. The entire time, Julius is like, I love Vincent, and I'm going to help him.
I love Vincent.
and Vincent's like, no, I don't want to be helped. And Julius is like, I don't care. Give me a hug. Come on, give me a hug.
I love you. You love me.
He just never. It's so sweet because his character just like never stops loving.
Literally,
and then there's like the emotional damage of like they meet a chick who might be their mom, but then it's like turns out it's not their mom according to her because she died.
Yeah.
And that's
like everything is over.
That's what separates. It was Vincent fucking like, fuck my mom, fuck you, and then leaves him on the side of a road
so he can go sell that $5 million
so he
thing.
Can go sell the $5 million jet.
That was the reason why he separated. Yeah, he was mad. It was great that they added in like the mom's dead and are we doing all this shit for nothing? Like why do you give a fuck?
It was
Julius?
A good reason for him to get mad.
It was.
I'll give him that. Yeah,
I gotta get. Yeah, it probably was like we gotta make him separate. But where's he gonna go?
How would they separate him? Yeah,
right. So they separated, which is all fine and dandy. The film really is smooth. It is a smooth ride. It's never boring.
No, it's entertaining the entire time, especially
literally
at this part. Like after like, you know, all this, like the girls have like fallen in love with their respective guy. You know, they're getting this, they're just feeling great. It's looking like they're just gonna conquer the world. They're bonding. And then, you know, But then, like, you got the tension. You got Arnold chasing him, trying to find him psychically. Like,
Literally.
I know my brother is. I found them once. I'll find them again. Which is actually, I mean, it's pretty spot on. He found him in L.A.
He's somewhere in California.
He's in California, probably Los Angeles.
And he finds him, and you know how the movie trope goes. They take care of the guy. They throw this chain on him, and
that was cool though, because they kept doing the third rule, like the rules,
literally,
the rules of a negotiation or whatever.
Literally 30. They totally did.
Yeah, they went through all those. Like every time they had,
even
like,
that's unhinged.
It is because like he's psychologically fucking these people up. You know, the first rule of a negotiation, and then the guy's like, "What?" It's like throwing these people off their game, and it literally works. Even on the last one, they fucking knock this chain down. That like it just buries this guy.
He's supposed to be
that killed him, right?
He's
dead, right?
He's dead.
Yeah, because like
if not, he can't get out. It's like a 70, at least 70-pound chain.
Yeah, that's heavy.
It is heavy.
That's heavy. Because he killed Beetroot. Beetroot, like 5 minutes after they meet him in person and get the money, and Beetroot's dead. You're like, holy shit.
That's his name, Beetroot. That is his fucking name. I can't believe you actually wrote that down. I'm like, I gotta call this motherfucker Beetroot because that is his name, isn't it?
Beetroot.
It's overall a fantastic ride. It is super unhinged, and that's why I made it on Weirdwide, because this is a weird movie, and there's another one that's even weirder with these two.
You know, we love Arnold, and I definitely think we're gonna be doing this one. Tell everybody at home what that one.
I'm telling y'all, Junior is coming up next, man. It's coming soon.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen, right? It's gotta happen.
Pregnant man.
I mean, for real. Like, I also really want to do Last Action Hero on here.
Arnold will happen several times.
Yeah, we love Arnold. We love
Jingle
Arnold
All the Way
here.
Christmas. There
That's
you go.
Gonna happen.
Christmas episode.
Yeah, stay tuned for Christmas. That's gonna happen. Now, what's funny is so the happy ending happened. They all came together. The mother was actually alive. She loved them. She did the whole. Yep. Oh God, I can't tell you apart. Which
I can't tell you apart.
Stop it. Like first of all,
stop it.
Stop that. Yes, you can. Stop. You're lying.
No, she can't.
Bullshit.
They look just alike.
But what's awesome, what I think is neat, is they're actually in talks. They've been in talks for a while, so it might not happen at this point, but it still might, of doing a sequel to it.
Oh my God.
Called Triplets.
How? What's the story going to be?
Eddie Murphy is going to be the third one.
And they're older?
Of course they're older. Imagine like Frank from It's Always Sunny with Julius, an older Julius, and an older Eddie Murphy. Tell me that doesn't sound amazing.
That does. Please have a good story behind it, because that sounds amazing.
Well, and Ivan Reitman, rest in peace. You know, he won't be around to, get the same vision, but we'll see what happens. So I am pretty excited about that.
I love it. I hope they make it, and if they do, please give me a good story. Don't give me like Beetlejuice goes Hawaiian. I don't need like a Twins goes Hawaiian.
Right. Like, because it's funny because sometimes they do get ruined, the sequels. Sometimes they don't. Like the Bill and Ted, third one was fantastic.
I told you, as long as I have Back to the Future 2 and Terminator 2, and Aliens, I will believe in sequels, sir. I will always believe
Aliens is my all-time favorite, so.
Right.
100%.
Friends, check this movie out. This movie's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Unhinged as fuck, but great.
Absolutely unhinged, which is why it's on Unhinged Movies. Now, Ghost, we talked about this offline, so I figure we just like kind of shove this in at the last second here. So when I do the thumbnails for these episodes, I try to be funny, especially with the Unhinged Movies, because there's a lot of fun we can have. And I'm probably gonna do a picture of our faces on Arnold and Danny.
You should.
So what we need to do is I need you to flip a coin for us. We're going to decide right now which one of us is going to be Arnold, which one's going to be Danny.
All right. Give me.
Obviously, we both want to be Arnold.
I mean, of course.
Of course. We're doing this live. This is just literally Ghost is going to.
I am going to flip it now.
All right.
Which one are you picking?
I'm going to pick heads. I'm going to pick heads.
Okay. Flipping. Tails!
Oh,
I swear it's tails.
Oh,
I swear
he could be lying his ass off. I don't even see it.
I will screenshot it to you and post it.
I believe you, and I will stick to it. So I will put myself in the Danny position.
You're
taller anyway. You're taller anyway.
Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
I fucking love it, dude.
I fucking love it. All right, Ghost, where can everybody find you?
Easy. Find me on YouTube at DA Ghost _official. Find me YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
All right, perfect. And the newest home on the interwebs for Weirdwide is www.weirdwide.com. Terry, it's Weird Wide, not Weird Wild. So if you go looking for the website, Terry's our new cryptid. Terry is the official Weirdoverse cryptid. So we love Terry. So like I said, go to www.weirdwide.com. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, all that. You can even find the Facebook page, the Weirdwide Facebook page, posting stuff on there. Find all that at Dudist Weirdo. And then if you prefer watching online, you prefer watching the video, go to our YouTube. If you're watching on there, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. You can also email me at weirdwidepodcast@gmail.com. And if you like what you're hearing, please consider going on to Apple, leaving a nice review for us, a little 5-star. If you're mean,
do it.
You don't like what you're hearing, you just skip that part. Don't leave a shitty review. Don't be a dick. We don't need more dicks in the world. Just
don't
if
do it.
If you want to be nice, it helps the show. Be a nice way to support the show and your favorite digital cult. I love you all. Ghost, thanks again for being here with me on another Unhinged. We will see you on another Unhinged and the next edition of Weird News Roundup with me, Ghost, and Natalie. Ghost will be on with that. And tune in next week for more strangeness. Until then, keep it weird.